Husqvarna lawnmower weed whacker combo. It's a model HU 675 HWT with a Briggs and Stratton 675 EXi motor on it. 163 cc's. This is a kind that you don't do oil changes on it, according to their testing. You can just check and add oil for the life of the engine. You don't have to take it out, so there's no filter. Just add it, top it off. But it's got a carburetor that still needs to be adjusted and tuned and cleaned like a regular one does. But on this one, and it might be applicable to other units that use a similar Briggs and Stratton 675 series, you're gonna find it's a pretty cheap, cost-effective carburetor made out of plastic. And here it is. When installed, there's a hose that connects here into the cylinder. Slides on there, just fits on there. And then there's a hose on the top, this one, that fits for air. And then there's a line under here that connects onto this, looks like a 5/16 rubber hose right there. And there's your fuel coming into the carburetor. And you just disconnect a couple of those things, two pieces of linkage. There's one here and one here, and then the carburetor comes out. And then when the carburetor is out, you find this is a very simple and pretty much all plastic carburetor. Whole housing is plastic. It's got these like rubber plastic rings that make the seals. And the most important part, at the very bottom, so when this is installed like so, and you're going to put it up for the winter, go underneath, get you the largest metric Allen wrench that you have. In this case, it looks like is that a 10? Yeah, it looks like a number 10 millimeter Allen wrench. It's the largest one here in my set. And what you need to do is open this up and drain it. There's a ton of fuel in this bowl. This is a huge bowl. When I drained it out, a lot of fuel came out. So you want to open that up, and I'm going to set the camera up here and show you how to do that. And drain that fuel out before the winter when you store it, because it's just going to sit in there and turn to varnish. All right, so I got the camera set up there. Like I said, when this is installed on the unit, you can just reach underneath it, and you could put this 10 millimeter Allen wrench in here. You do a quarter turn, and then it pops out. It's not threaded. It just has some locking and like a plastic seal. I wouldn't even say this is rubber, but there's some kind of seal here. And what that's going to do, that's going to let you drain that whole bowl out. And that might help you with a carburetor issue in the spring. Put it back in, you just do that same quarter turn. That's it. There's two bolts that hold the carb bowl to the bottom. They're just threading into the plastic, so be careful when you put it back in. Getting this thing off, it's the first time you do it, it's very tight on there. What I had to do was take a screwdriver and wedge it in here, pry it up a little bit. There's two sides that you can do that. And once you've got that pried up, you can get underneath it here and pop that off. And again, it has like a seal, like an O-ring type of a plasticky rubber seal here. And here's your bowl, and here's your float, and there's a pin here holding your float in place, and below that is your float pin that's going to keep your fuel shut off, your shut off pin valve there when your bowl is full and fills up. That needle valve is going to close and shut off any more fuel, and it's going to open and close like that. So that's about it. That's all you can really service in here. You can take off the float. You can just spray it clean. There's a jet here. There's a jet down in there, and you can just spray, get some compressed air and clean it out. That's about it. Like I said, you can hear that the whole thing's plastic. So I haven't looked on eBay, but if you want to bet you, these things are pretty inexpensive to replace if you needed to. So it might be simpler to just replace than to actually fix it. But cleaning it out is easy enough. I'd leave it on the machine, put that 10mm wrench on there, drain out the bowl fully, spray some carb cleaner up in there, flush it out, and that'd be good for the winter. Park it. That'd probably be just fine. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on this unit, but I just want to show you these plastic carbs on these Briggs and Strattons, show you the easy way to keep it from getting gummed up, and hope you have a great day.